So we're looking at our vocabulary for achievement, week 29. So our list for this week has to do with words that are good or bad. I also like to say words that are positive, positive for good, or negative. Positive or negative. Are you good at picking up hints? Some words hint at good or bad meanings. Such words are said to have connotations. Say that word, connotations. Connotations. All of the words below have good, positive, or bad, negative connotations. As you study these words, think about the shades of meaning that were introduced to you in, it wasn't actually 21, it was before. And I actually don't know how much we've done with that. So I will help you out with that now. So, let's look through our words. Can I see them all? Yes. Okay, say them with me, please. Observant, observant, prying, prying, youthful, youthful, immature, immature, fearless, fearless, reckless, reckless, determined, determined, stubborn, stubborn. So those are the words. What do they mean? Please read with me. Observant. An observant person carefully notices things. And it is an adjective. An observant person carefully notices things. They pay attention. Cheryl was so observant that she saw every tiny change in the ant farm. Prying, prying. A prying person snoops into things that should be private. A prying person snoops into things that should be private. Does that sound positive or negative to you? Prying. That's right. Somebody who's snooping it's not positive. That's negative. We also say nosy. The famous singer protects her family from prying reporters. The famous singer protects her family from prying reporters. Youthful. Youthful. A youthful person is young and energetic. My youthful grandmother often goes inline skating with me. Youthful. Young, youthful. Immature. Immature. An immature person is childish and self-centered. Self-centered. They're just focused about themselves. And that's a sign of immaturity. Let me raise this up. My immature 10-year-old brother kicked the furniture in anger when he was not allowed to watch a movie. Okay, so kicking furniture or walls, that's not mature. Immature. Fearless. Fearless. A fearless person is brave. So they are without fear. Fearless. They are brave. A fearless person is brave and does not feel fear. That's an adjective. George Washington was a fearless soldier who often led his men into battle. And George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. Oops. Okay, reckless. Reckless. A reckless person is careless and takes stupid or silly risks. So they're not careful, they're careless. And they're not smart, they're stupid or silly. Two reckless drivers raced on a crowded highway. Okay, so racing on a highway is not careful and it's not smart. So that's reckless. And is that positive or negative sounding? Reckless. Calling someone stupid, that's definitely negative, right? Okay. Determined. Determined. Someone who is determined is serious and dedicated to achieving a goal. Determined. Someone who is determined is serious and dedicated to achieving a goal. Mariah was determined to get an A on her science project. Determined. She was serious and focused. Sounds positive or negative? That's right. That sounds very positive. Stubborn. Stubborn. A stubborn person is not willing to give in, and they're not willing to change. When I think of stubborn, I think, I don't want to, you can't make me. I don't want to, you can't make me. That's stubborn. Jim isn't a good team member because he is so stubborn that he always wants to do things his way. Stubborn. Draw a line between each vocabulary word and its definition. Okay, and this, of course, will be on your practice work. So let's look again at the words. Observant, prying, youthful, immature, fearless, reckless, determined, and stubborn. So this is week 29 vocabulary, and this is the article to help us practice those vocabulary words. Please read with me. Dr. Sally Ride, tennis player, astronaut, professor, someone who teaches college, professor. Dr. Sally Ride was the first American woman astronaut, but that was just one of her 3 career possibilities. One of her youthful interests was tennis. She played so well that tennis star Billie Jean King told her to become a professional. Instead, she decided to study physics at Stanford University. Sally was an excellent student and was on her way to becoming a professor until she learned that NASA, N-A-S-A, NASA, was looking for astronauts. NASA wanted intelligent astronauts who could also handle physical tasks. Another requirement was good judgment and the ability to follow orders. Immature or stubborn people can be dangerous on a space mission. NASA screened carefully, even asking questions that might be considered prying, but that were important in a life and death situation. In the end, Sally Ride was one of 35 people chosen out of more than 8,000 applicants. Determined to excel, Ride trained in parachute jumping, water survival, and weightlessness. Say that word, weightlessness. She was a fearless flyer who enjoyed being a pilot so much. She was a fearless flyer who enjoyed being a pilot so much that it soon became her hobby. Ride became a radio communications specialist for the space mission. She had to be observant in monitoring her equipment so that nothing could go wrong, for communication with Earth was critical to space missions. But Sally did other things too. She even helped design a remote mechanical arm. Wow. Sally Ride went into space twice and was preparing to go again when the Challenger spacecraft exploded. Shocked, the public demanded an explanation to see if any reckless act had caused the accident. Ride was appointed by the president to help investigate the disaster. Later, she worked in NASA's Office of Exploration. Dr. Ride has now retired from NASA and is a professor at Stanford University. One of her goals is to help young girls become interested in science and mathematics.